Alright, greetings denizens and non-denizens. Welcome to another Homeworld 2 match. This is using the updated version of the Homeworld 2 Stargate mod that I displayed in a previous video, and due to a single request, I've decided to do 3 Wraith AI on the highest difficulty versus 1 Ancient AI. Now, this is currently the only version of the mod that I can acquire the Ancients in. I have 2 other versions that I can put up for download or show you a link to that I have found that are more stable. Keep that in mind when you're reviewing what you see here. This version isn't as good as the one I displayed, but it has the Ancients and some balancing tweaks that make it somewhat more of an enjoyable fighting experience. Oh boy, here we go! Try to keep in mind that developers are French, and for some reason or another, the localization in this version isn't working correctly. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's supposed to configure itself upon detecting that I speak English to display English characters, but it's not working. The price of playing an alpha, I suppose. Can't expect too much. It seems like the developer has stopped working on the mod, though. The team is broken up. I can't figure it out. The quality of the mod has decreased significantly since I showed you the video. Alright, see here, we've got an AI here, an AI here, and an AI here. Now, this guy's probably going to be a constant thorn in my ass. Now, all these guys are on the same team. They're all against me. It's me versus all these AI. Tried and true method. You'll notice the UI elements are very difficult to see. If you plan a bright map, it's easier, it's doable. You kind of have to guess at how strong your units are in this version of the mod. I'm only playing this to show you the Ancients. As you can see, they're relatively well developed. You have a gate ship here. This is from Stargate Universe. It's one of the gate builder ships that would deposit gates ahead of Destiny. That is your carrier. You can equip it with every module you can equip Atlantis with, so it can deploy ships on the field. It's kind of similar to the Hagaran carrier, and far superior in every way, shape, and form. It's better than the Vigari carrier, too, in the sense they can have multiple modules. Every carrier, every race's carrier, can have multiple modules in this game. The first thing you want to get is the research module, and there's a reason for that, and that's you cannot use Atlantis' shields without researching them first, and without a research module, you can't research. Atlantis' shields are very durable. The city itself is rather frail, just like it is in the show. If you come under siege, and when you're fighting 3 AI at once, you will most definitely come under siege, having your shields is kind of essential. Atlantis deploys its drone weapons, which means it hits pretty damn hard, to say the least. This thing is also a powerhouse and can maintain its shields indefinitely, just like pretty much every other ship in the game. As you can see in this version, unlike the version that I posted in the tutorial, the shields are working as you would expect them to. You can see the module here. You can click it. You can still identify how much hit points it has, well, give or take. You see a green bar. You don't know exactly the number. Moral of the story being is that it is functioning. All the shields in this game are like that except for the smaller craft, just like they were in the version that I demonstrated to you. As you can see, the Ancients actually have non-Hagaran ships. The Gatherers for every race are truly unique now. There was a version that had this in it for 1.3. I can't find it anymore. It wasn't as polished as this. The Ancients weren't as polished. They didn't have Destiny at the time. At least it wasn't working at all. It's still somewhat buggy in this version of the game, but it's at least present. At least can shoot. The other version, it would hit from across the map. It was a little silly. In this version of the game, it's a little difficult to use. You'll find that out if I ever get to building it. I might skip it for the Orion class. Agents have all of their standard battleships, drone weapons and all. Very durable ships. Due to balancing, you have to understand that they can't obliterate hive ships in a couple of shots like they could in the show. Drone weapons are not that powerful. If that were the case, the mod would be completely unplayable. I will be in for the fight of my life here. And believe you me, and I'm rusty too, and I haven't slept. So you're in for a treat. It's again that I'm playing this exhausted. I do not have my cohort present either, so it's just me. As you can see, the platforms for the races are race-specific now, and they're not random defense platforms. I believe the Goa'uld had strange defense platforms. The humans now have the Tolan ion cannons that they can build. Those are pretty devastating. Very frail, though, so keep that in mind when you're using them. Okay, now that this guy has reached here, this is something I like to do. So I like to bring the carrier ship out here, and then I like to give it a platform controller. Platforms tend to be cheap for what they give you, and you will be attacked early on in the game by pretty powerful stuff. You stop moving. Come on. As you can see, not perfect. What can you expect? You're talking about an alpha here. Can't be perfect. Atlantis' drop-off point's a little wonky, too. Just kind of try and park, but, you know, the city this massive, you get what you get. Get what you get.
New construction options available.
Now, here is where... Actually, can I just start building shields now? Yes, I should be able to just start building it. Get me some shields. Shields are vital. And so are capital ships. I'm probably going to skip frigates entirely, because the speed at which Wraith build... It's decreased slightly, but it is still overwhelming. They can deploy hive ships at no build time. Now, they're expensive, but the expert AI does not mine resources in the conventional way. It gets resources on a tick, or so it seems. It seems to just kind of acquire wealth. I've actually tested maps where there are no resources. There's nothing to mine, literally nothing in the map, and the computer will build units. Lots of them. So it is definitely acquiring resources somehow. Hopefully the carrier comes under attack, not my main base, so I do not have the shields for it yet. That carrier is pretty damn powerful. It hits for over 2,000 damage. The human carrier, the Tauri carrier, hits for about 250, 300, so you can kind of see the difference.
Available.
You can, yes you can, hypothetically use your carriers as an attack platform. They do not move, though. If you tell them to move and attack, there's kind of a bug with that. They won't. I tend to set them to aggressive, so the minute they see something, see how he's shooting at it, and they're pretty accurate. Now, he's sending darts at me, and this thing is just blowing him away. Look at that. I mean, for an early game carrier, it's pretty effective. Quite good at what it does. You notice that I'm kind of saving up money. I could lose because of this strategy, but the last time I fought the Wraith in this mod and went frigates and went for smaller units, they had hive ships. And I could barely touch them. I'll tell you one thing, ancient frigates are incredibly durable. Incredibly durable. They have shields, like you would expect. The small unit type shields, they're not a bubble around the ship, so they kind of hug the unit nice and snugly so fighters can't slip through the shields like they can with larger ships. And they shoot drones. I kid you not. The frigates use drone weapons, and quite a lot of them. Now, he's pounding my defenses with darts, which is why I'm going to be getting some defense platforms.
Available for construction.
I don't think I'll be building that, but I am going to build a few ion platforms. Just to defend this area as heavily as I can.
Target locked.
I believe my shields are ready. Yes, they are. You'll see Atlantis' drone weapons in work in a second if it decides to use them. It also has its standard cannons, like the railguns that the humans, the Tauri, brought to Atlantis.
Hiding in dust cloud.
Get my platforms? Yes, I did. Very strange name for a platform.
Good. Keep it moving.
That's my ion platform. A Stargate. It's the Tolan, not Tolan, it's, what am I saying? It's the Asuran weapon. The huge laser that they shot at Atlantis that they powered with many, many ZPMs. That powered its own shield as well, you know that thing? It should be interesting.
Let's go.
Can't wait to see them in combat. Atlantis is plenty capable of defending itself from just about everything but a few hive ships, as you would expect it to. I don't know why it's not using its drone weapons. It's kind of interesting.
New research available. New capital ships available.
Making short work of these darts, so It also can maintain its shields pretty much indefinitely. See this bar? It should have shut the shields off, but I don't know if it's a bug or if it's an intentional feature. The shields do not disable at all. Now that that's done, we can start researching the real destroyers. Like I said, this is risky, because as you can see, things can sneak in past my defenses. Let's set all these little defense satellites too aggressive. As you can see, I'm a bit rusty. They seem to be firing beams at the enemy ships. Oh, that is intriguing. They're like ion frigates, but they're small. Oh, those are just devastating. Well, you get to see that in action. That's new. In the old update, this isn't even present, so if you can deal with the horrible, atrocious UI, there's a lot to gain from this mod. The textures themselves are quite nice. I mean, just look at that. That looks pretty damn spot on. The carrier could use some work, but it's relatively new. Atlantis is pretty okay, considering the age of this engine. I mean, you do at some point have to understand that it is what it is, and this is an old engine from 2003, 2002. I will not be doing my standard strategy here where I build the frigate module. I might build a corvette module, but those can't take on larger ships. Once they get hive ships, I'm done for. What I should have done sooner is this and that. That way, if things get tough, I can warp Atlantis away.
Ships available for construction.
Ooh, new capital ships. My cue. Now, I'm going to start researching this, and hopefully I'm bringing in enough money that it won't matter. And they're pounding on my defenses pretty heavily over here. These lasers are making short work of these bombers. Now, as you can see, the Wraith are making heavy use of their Wraiths. But yeah, of their darts. Best fighters in the game, hands down. These things are just, wow. Nothing's getting through that ion defense.
Mothership weapon systems activated.
Nothing. Since I'm having a little bit of trouble with fighters back at the main base, I'm going to try and build the frigate facility.
New capital ships available for construction.
They can deal with fighters with relative ease. Atlantis is taking damage too, which is kind of an issue.
Research paused.
Let's pause this and get some defenses for Atlantis, because it's not doing so hot. And let's go to my upgrades and pause that, and let's get the freighters. I guess I'm gonna have to do it after all. Actually, would the platforms be cheaper? And the platforms would probably be cheaper. Let's go with that instead. Let's cancel that. Get all my money back from that, and let's go with a platform module. That should be faster, get me my defenses sooner, and keep these things from killing me. For some reason I'm not shooting them. They're below my line of sight. It's a little bit annoying to deal with. Oh boy. Since my probes are done, let's send them out. You should kind of do this right away, and when you move your probes, make sure you move them up slightly. It tricks the eye, they're not sure what to do about that probe being slightly offset. And they usually will ignore it, and you can spy on them for quite a while, and you should always have logistical awareness of what's going on in the game. Because if you don't, you can get swarmed and not see capital ship fleets moving into position. You can get the first attack. Having map awareness is essential in this. Now, I'm probably not going to be able to capture that other resource field, but I should monitor it and make sure that they're not doing anything in it. Because right now I have this one captured. They're trying to take it. Oops, see? Look at that. They've got a cruiser already. They have manufactured a cruiser already. They're fast little buggers. I'm probably not going to be able to win this. Because look at this. There's two fleets coming in. Two rather large fleets. And they're going to mess my day up. And they have a hive ship already. See, the speed at which the Wraith can produce units is insane. The Ancients are not quite yet balanced. The units are very buggy, very expensive for what you're getting. Very slow start. You can cheese. You can warp your base, Atlantis. I could have moved this way and probably killed him with my base. But you don't want to watch that. You want to watch the Siege of Atlantis, right? Oof. Ooh, that's a new ship. Assault Frigate was not present when I played the 1.3 version of this mod at all. Be careful when moving these. I can't seem to move them into the position I want. I kind of need them to kill these fighters because these fighters are being very, very annoying.
Ship under attack.
Let's unpause that. And cancel that, and that should start building it. I think we have enough money to continue construction of that. We're just getting pounded from every front here. Doesn't look like that fleet moved in position. That or it got destroyed off camera. Somewhat sad. I want to see what happens, right? And notice I've hidden my turrets inside of the shield. It makes it very hard for them to hit it. You can hide units within the shield bubble. And it is cheap as anything. If the units are in the shield bubble, anything not within the shield bubble cannot hit that unit until it breaks the shield. It works every bit like a defense field from typical Homeworld 2. You cannot penetrate it unless you are inside of it. Now, fighters have a habit of flying directly through your shields. It can be a bit of a pain to deal with when that happens because you're kind of reliant on your shields as a form of defense. Build that destroyer for me, please. And after that, we're going to need a bigger ship. Oh, that's the hyperdrive. We can't warp in bigger fleets. Oh boy, this isn't good. Not good at all. Let's take down what we can. So hopefully I don't die here. This isn't good. This is not good.
Resource collector under attack.
Let's see how my shields are doing. They're holding up. They're holding up quite well, considering the abuse that I'm taking. I seem to be ignoring my resource collectors too. It's rather interesting. Because that destroyer is going to come out. They really should be focusing. The AI is, even on the highest difficulties, isn't the smartest. You see, my carrier is destroying... it is destroying their higher tier ships. It's a little insane. Let's get that shipyard out, and you can build more ion platforms. So I need mobility. Now they're backing off. They're backing off. They're heading for the hills. Oh, go Atlantis. Now, what I'd like to know is where that destroyer I built went. And kick its shields on. Have it destroy these damn pesky fighters, because they're really starting to annoy me. I need some proper defenses. Destroyers are armed with turrets, these laser cannons, and drones. Now, I don't have enough firepower to siege that hive ship. Yet. Quite yet. But, I can ensure that they can't kill me by bunkering down and taking the resources here. Now, they're over here trying to set up a mining operation, but there's not much I can do about that. I don't have the money or the capability. I can get pretty beefy ships out faster than them.
Hiding in dust cloud.
Relatively speaking. I am the Ancients. My ships are pretty damn tough. Expensive. Overpriced even. But tough. As you saw from that, they could not break Atlantis' shields with just a single hive ship. Now you see why I get shields as fast as possible. There's a reason. I don't know if this drains. I don't believe it does. No, it doesn't. Now, this thing is armed, but very lightly. It has some basic machine guns. That's it.
Setting drives to idle.
You see, this is not a shipyard. It has its own textures. It used to be a shipyard, and now it looks almost as if it belongs. It's kind of cool, even. borrow some of the Atlantis structures and textures. This is the version you guys want to download. If you really want to experience the Ancients, I recommend this version. Deal with the UI, as you can see. I kind of just lean to the left. I can see how much money I have. It's not the best, but it's I've certainly dealt with worse. Now, we don't want to upgrade our defenses on the ships yet. We want to get them out. I believe I have enough money to upgrade to better defensive platforms, and these things are pretty tough, and then I can just kind of sit here and hold my own. Once they're close enough, I'll start attacking. I want to keep him within Atlantis' shields.
Mothership weapon systems activated.
There we go.
Attack
And
clear
now we'll
received.
attack.
Destroyer
See all the drones?
under attack.
Oh, those drones are pretty devastating. Against unshielded enemies, you know, that aren't the Wraith, they are a lot more irritating because they bypass shields. Drones bypass shields. See how he's kind of hanging out? I'm going to move him in further because he'll be protected by Atlantis shields. That's how everything's hitting my shields. No damage being dealt to the city, which has somehow repaired itself, miraculously. And this thing is shooting as well, with its basic pew-pew guns. And you notice I'm not really doing much. I'm not really spending much of my money, and that's because the bigger ships are very expensive.
Enemy contact. Let's do this.
They are very expensive. Let's show you here. 5,000, 6,000, 6,000 units of money. Can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. The AI is very inefficiently attacking me. They're wasting money here, which is bad. Especially in the way I set up the maps, where I make the resource multipliers on these rocks pretty low.
Research complete. New upgrades
No, there's, you know, gratuitous
New
amounts of
frigates available for construction.
resources here, which is a little ridiculous. Don't know why. Okay, this appears to have almost finished. Let's get some of these satellites out, in case they send hive ships after me. I'm pretty sure we have plenty of anti-fighter defenses here now. What we could use are more anti-capital ship defenses, and the same goes for this.
Entering dust cloud.
This is pretty undefended. Let's not build that many. Let's try 2 for now. I don't know what these do. The ancient satellite weapon from Atlantis. It only ever got 1 shot off, and man, was that a devastating blast. It instantly destroyed a hive ship. We're going to skip the battleship. We're going to go straight. I can upgrade its defense. You kind of get what things say, even though you can't quite see it. It's pretty self-explanatory when you're looking at it. I need a hyperdrive on this to upgrade. No, I need this. Let's not bother with the hyperdrive and waste money here. This is kind of your tech up, how you can go Asgard weapons, and you can go Apophis or Anubis with the Goa'uld. For Ancients, you can, whatever this means. If you understand French, yeah, you'll understand what it means. For me, it's just the next tier of evolution. Getting better stuff. And it's very important. So yeah, I believe I have about $4,000. Oh, that's a big gun. That's my weapon? What does that do? Whew. That looks pretty mean.
Course canceled.
I didn't want to move it there, but the game had other plans, I see. It can be a bit difficult to target your stuff with Atlantis because your stuff comes out underneath. Oh, they've destroyed my Kinos. Not going to accept that.
New research available.
We need some
Research complete.
visuals over here. See what a new gun does. You think I can target over here? No capital ships.
Attack
The
vector.
frigate.
laid in.
Let's see what it does. That's what we're here for, right? This is how it went down. The ancients used this to kill quite a few ships. Does this thing have a shield? No, just a big satellite. Looks like it, doesn't it? It's pretty authentic looking. It's a big mobile beam cannon.
Entering dust cloud.
If you're wondering how I'm doing this, I'm holding shift and clicking. You can elevate your units, change the position that they move in. That was unpleasant. I kind of just hit my own unit there. We've confirmed that that's possible. This isn't good. These things are in good positions. I'm going to stop them.
Attack complete. Awaiting further orders. Engage capital ship.
Please shoot that. Let's get a probe out there. I don't like what I'm seeing over there. Hive ships? Now this carrier cannot stand up to a hive ship. And it's not suited for that job, as you can imagine.
Entering dust cloud.
Okay, if you're done with your cap ship facility, we can start building better stuff. What we want here is the Orion. Can't build that yet. Well, we're going to have to keep teching up. But we want an Orion, and we want a few of them.
Engaging targets of opportunity. Attacking
Just please turn into position and kill that.
Resource
Oh!
operation reporting enemy contact.
Woo! Man, those hit hard.
Resource collector
Whew!
taking enemy
They're going to back off. Sorry, Wraith. I'm not here to play. Oh! My oh my.
Carrier being boarded.
Resource collector taking enemy fire. Attack.
Please kill whatever's, boarding the carrier, thank you. Anytime you want to, kill whatever's boarding me. Good.
Ship under attack.
This is insane. These things are completely insane. And the shields on this carrier are immensely tough. I mean, God. Let's build a few more resource collectors to make up for what they're killing. They're about to lose a hive ship. That's no cheap investment. They're every bit as expensive as my capital ships. You should not be throwing them at my defenses like that. Ooh.
Research complete.
I am a
Research available.
big fan of what I just saw. Let me tell you. Let's get these guys moving around. Let's get you a little down and over here. Try to keep them within the shields. Fighters are attacking them, occasionally killing some. This satellite took damage. I'm gonna move it down a little. Maybe it's getting shot at by my own units. Very awkward here to see these things move. Let's get you a little bit over here. Don't want those to die. Those are pretty useful. Why are you building the resource collectors? It seems like I'm never building from what I want to in this. Can you please build them? Thank you.
Hiding in dust cloud.
There's plenty of stuff to get here. Those guys still haven't detected me. Oh, you're trying it again. They're trying it again. They haven't learned.
Attack.
Supporting friendly units. Capital.
Eventually the AI will just run out of money and give up. Can you back up, please? Let the giant satellites take care of business. Stay within Atlantis' protective shield bubble. See? Just like the show. Siege of Atlantis, though not quite as spectacular. And perhaps I could play a bit more aggressively. I need that. And that. That will increase my firepower, or my build speed, one or the other. And we want that Orion. Orion's pretty damn powerful. I don't think I'll research Destiny except to show it to you. Come on. We gotta babysit.
Resource collector awaiting orders.
Now, let's not lose our capital ships this early on in the game, please.
Entering dust cloud.
New construction options available.
Get in there, come on. You're losing. Your hive ship's going down.
Supporting friendly units.
Goodbye.
Enemy contact. Let's do this.
Now, perfect time to show you this, because with the Wraith, I had no opportunity to show you this last video. Bouncelier, here is your shields. Whenever they go down, you must recharge them manually, which means you need to build a new module, and it costs money, and takes time. It's 300 units of cash, which is pocket change, if you think about it. It's taken quite a while. Since that's taken quite a while, I may just build a battlecruiser anyway. Hopefully that doesn't slow me down, because I need some mobile defenses to come here and help this thing defend itself. Because it's getting sieged pretty heavily. They don't want me mining these resources. See, the importance of logistics. I can see this whole fleet moving in. Sounds are even there too, listen to that. Sounds like Wraith. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Can't get enough of this mod, really. Multiplayer matches are exceptionally fun. Oh, I love multiplayer. Let's put everything on aggressive. Hopefully it shoots immediately. Let's watch what's going on here. As soon as I can build that Orion, it's coming out.
New research available. Research complete. New capital ships available for construction.
Okay, let's build you. And Atlantis, what can you build? Just destroyers? Well, I'm pretty sure we don't have the money to build that. Both.
Construction in progress.
Destroyed my probe again. Seems to be a consistent theme. Oh. Let's get that. Because we can friendly fire here. We don't want that shooting through the carrier. No, we don't. Especially as hard as that thing hits. This thing has pretty meaty shields. For his, you know, a starting unit. Destroyers are not very effective against hive ships. They're powerful enough, but they can't get the job done, really.
Hiding in dust cloud.
Oh boy, draining our money now. What's going on here? Lots of death and destruction. These things are opening fire on the frigates. I love it. Keep trying to board me. It's not working out too well for you guys. Should try a different tactic. Just maybe. Well, that's what's happening. Friendly firing. Kind of annoying. Can't seem to stop that from happening. It is a strategy, I suppose. Try and avoid friendly fire. There you go. Close-up look at that. We'll look at the bullets.
Resource collector standing by.
Come on, Orion. Give me that ship faster. Build times. Build times. What can you give me in the meantime? We can research Destiny, but I'm not going to. I will show you that ship some other time. It's not worth the investment that it costs to build and field. It really isn't. Nor is it worth it to upgrade the defenses, the physical armor of your ships, because it's just... there isn't that much of it. What I will upgrade is ability to repair things, because I would like to repair that, rather than replace it. And this guy's just kind of... resource collector isn't really doing anything, some of them. I can always build more. Because I don't want to have to keep refielding these satellites every time they get damaged from friendly fire. Especially when they shoot each other. It's a little ridiculous. Where's that Kino I ordered?
Upgrade complete.
Coming later, I guess? Put it up here. I could move satellites into their base. But that's also cheesy. We want to build ships. We want to attack. We want to have a real fight. Slow as it is, I still want it to happen, right? Oh. Let's move you. We're here. Perhaps not the
Hiding in
best
dust cloud.
position. That Orion's about to finish.
Pursuing targets. Attacking capital ship.
I hate these attacks. They worry me. Just a little bit. Get on that.
Enemy contact mark. Repair order confirmed.
You get on fixing that. Somehow they're hitting it through the shields, which is a little interesting. Attacks are getting through. Why are those fighters? Come on, kill those pesky little things. These things make short works of hives and cruisers. Oh man, they're throwing a lot of money in my direction. I think they'd be a little bit more careful about what they spend. As you can see, the shields are quite effectively stopping everything that comes their way. Ready for hive death? So this is an interesting strategy if you want a turtle when you're fighting insurmountable odds, and that is what I was waiting for. Now, I should be able to get on in here and deal with this guy. Oh, don't have enough money to hyperspace. Yes, it costs money to use your hyperdrive. Isn't that funny? Stop you from jiggling like that. And get you building me. Okay, you are building me a battlecruiser now. You can field only one Orion. So you're building battlecruisers and destroyers after that pretty much consistently, as long as you can support the income. These guys are nicely repairing this. Thank you. These guys, you can get to mining anytime you want. I like to repair the this satellite a little bit here. No, you don't want to? Mobile refineries. Did I accidentally build those? Yes, I did. Oh, well, it increases the rate of gather, and they're armed. They're not very powerful. I wasted a little bit of money there. Didn't see I was clicking on that. Whoops. Resource collectors is what we actually wanted.
Entering dust cloud.
Having multiple refineries isn't necessarily terrible. It's not great. It's not terrible. What are you? Hopefully you ignore me. For some reason you are. Oop. His shields are back. So you can see I repaired the shields. We're going in for an attack, but we're probably going to fail. Actually, just going to turn around because we don't have enough firepower to deal with that at all, and we've left Atlantis undefended, which isn't the best idea, considering that we need Atlantis. The ancients kind of did that themselves. They were stretched thin, and they had to deploy their ships and then recall them because they didn't have enough to cover the territory, and the Wraith attacked, which is the problem I'm having. How ironic. 3 destroyers should be more than able to deal with Wraith threat. Let's keep them here. You know, this point seems to be holding its own, so I'll let it. Those on aggressive as well. Things like this, defensive points, defensive guns, you should always keep on aggressive. Anytime an enemy fleet comes within range, you should be attacking them, unless for some reason you don't want to alert them. But, you know, if you're fighting a player, they're going to know that you're up to stuff. When they see that you have a wall of defenses, they're going to try to penetrate it, they're going to go somewhere else. There's absolutely nothing to gain from not immediately attacking.
Ship under attack.
Okay, this is bad. See, this is why you don't recall ships like this. Come on, get in there.
Contact. Let's do this. Engage capital ship.
Not sure if these are even in range. We've got enough defensive forces here, and this thing's shields are pretty tough. Not too worried about it.
Battle cruiser under attack.
And once they get in range of my main guns, they'll be screwed. I think this is the whole fleet from this AI here, kind of just snuck around behind my defenses, which is smart on its part. I can't.
Capital ship facility under attack.
Destroyer under attack.
Ship under attack.
Try to get them to stop attacking this because they're going to break its shields down.
Ship facility under attack.
They're trying to keep me from building big ships. I recommend that they continue that strategy because it's pretty much necessary.
Resource collector taking enemy fire.
The Orion is quite
Lost.
easily
Shipyard engines under attack.
dealing with this problem.
Shipyard capital ship.
They're trying to board this ship, which would be bad.
Shipyard capital ship facility under attack.
Now, what I can do to stop
Resource
that,
collector
so I can do a short hyperspace jump. They're going to destroy it anyway. What I can do to stop them, it's a destroyer. It's not very tough.
Destroyer taking heavy damage.
See how much tougher these bigger ships are than these smaller destroyers, and why I neglected to build many of them. I rushed for my capital ships. They are many times stronger. A destroyer is great against smaller units or fighters, but against a larger ship it just doesn't have what it takes, and it gets easily picked apart. I hate how sometimes they'll penetrate my shields. Sometimes I'll bring repair ships along with me, sometimes I won't.
Ship under attack.
Drones can hit fighters, as you can see. These are frigates, though. They're relatively new. They weren't here the last time I played. You certainly didn't get to see them. Yeah, we're going to tackle that hive ship, because we got to get them to stop building. Because we can't maintain this defense. It's like the ancients couldn't maintain this defense. We most definitely
Battle
can't.
cruiser under attack.
We've got enemy
Whew.
contact. Resource collector
Finally some
awaiting
combat.
instructions.
I don't know where they're going, but I know where we're going, and that's straight for their base. We're just going to try. We're going to commit to this attack. See what happens. We have to. It's do or die. I don't have enough money at Hyperspace Inn. I won't have enough money in the near future either to Hyperspace Inn. Let's get this away from where they can attack it. They seem to like to do that. You notice I'm trying to get my trajectory low enough that I don't bump Atlantis. We're leaving our main base undefended. But I do have a couple ships popping out. You see the destroyer and the battlecruiser here are building. This is... They've given up on this. This is too heavily defended. That carrier is a little absurd. See how fast they build. They kind of grow their ships. They don't build them in the conventional sort of sense. And these are pretty tough. They don't deal a lot of damage, but they're pretty tough. So, I mean, they get a lot of hits in before they die. They might as well deal a lot of damage. If I destroy their base, though, they're pretty much screwed. There's not much they can do.
Dust cloud.
Kind of need to keep them from dealing any significant damage here. We want to go in. I really want a hyperspace over here, but I can't. Worst comes to worst is I'll stop building ships so I can move my fleets around, because that's a pretty big fleet, and it looks like they're coming in to sandwich that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cancel the building of this destroyer, speed up the building of this battlecruiser, and then I'm going to warp that battlecruiser in there, and hopefully there'll be enough of a defense. I certainly hope so, because they're looking pretty bad right now. There's a pretty big fleet coming in there. And I can't afford to lose this resource point. It's a bit expensive to move ships around like this. Is it worth it? Yes. Is it efficient? No.
Exit coordinates confirmed. Attack coordinates locked in.
Now, we can't afford to target the main base exclusively. We're going to have to just go at it and see what happens. Let's keep these destroyers in the back. They definitely shouldn't be tanking the shots. That's for damn sure. And they killed my probe.
Resource collector under attack. Hold and engage. We got contact. Attacking capital ship.
Carrier under attack.
Need to be very careful here.
Resource collector lost.
We're going to destroy a lot of my resource collectors in this fight. 3 hive ships. Probably should bring more defenses over here, but I'm pretty sure we can deal with it.
Resource collector under attack. Engineering reports damage. Engage capital ship.
Let's get that dealt with
Capital
and
ship
kill that.
locked in.
Let's check our fight over here. It's going pretty well.
Frigate lost.
Frigate. When did I have a frigate?
Resource collector destroyed.
You see how powerful ancient ships are, right? Compared to the Wraith ships?
Engage capital
It's
ship.
taken these 2 hive ships, everything they've got to stop me. It took an entire fleet to siege this resource point, and they failed. And they lost money failing. It's not free to fail in this game. It's, you know, costs. So if you're going to commit to an attack, you'd better make sure you can at least take something out. You're not just throwing your units. That's a battle cruiser, too. That's not even my main ship. That's tearing them apart.
Mobile refinery under attack. Capital ship locked in.
I'd like to stop this crap from happening. What I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with this, and I'm going to deal with their main base.
Exiting hyperspace.
So I'm bringing my whole fleet over here, and I'm hoping that nothing else is messing with this right now.
Ship
I have a lot of mobility now that I'm saving money, and I have a decent amount of ships that are prepared and ready to fight for me.
Target entered a dust cloud. They're off our sensors. Engage capital ship.
Now, if I destroy
Attack vector.
this base here, they lose. It's game over. That's it. If you lose your main base, you're pretty much screwed. They're heavily defended, but we've got a lot of firepower, as you can see, and this thing isn't going to last. That's why I protect Atlantis so much. Once I get this guy done, that's one less opponent to deal with, and if he's got resources left, I can steal them. If he's got resources left, I can take them. What we want to do is warp all these guys wherever they're attacking, which is this resource point again. This is it. This is it. Going down.
Capital ship locked in.
I'll take that down too. Assuming that they need it to not lose. I'm honestly not certain of. I believe, yep, once your main base is down, you lose. Now my whole fleet's going to come in here. Which is the advantage of saving up money for hyperspace. And one of these guys here is going to hyperspace on over. All the way over here. Oh, come on. What's going on here?
Coordinates confirmed.
You do not want to attack Wraith. You're outclassed now. There's not much you can do. Having resource collectors, mobile refineries that can teleport, hyperspace, is also an advantage. I believe only the Ancients can do that. I don't know if the other races can. I do not remember. But just having the ability is nice, isn't it? I mean, if you want to attack, you're welcome. I would recommend not doing it. And give me some damn Kinos. Seem to be getting very good at blowing my Kinos up.
Exit coordinates confirmed.
Yeah, I will pay attention to probes, unlike players. Sometimes. Sometimes they won't. Others don't care. They don't seem to want to pay any attention. Let's see. Battlecruiser making. Good. Keep steady production here. As quickly as we can and kind of start mining over in this area. As the collectors build, I want to send them. still want to keep some collectors here. You know, just putting that out there. We don't want to send our entire gathering force, because that's going to be much less well defended. It's all the fleet. Wonder where it's going. To Atlantis. We've got a hive mobilizing over here. Now we can just teleport into their base and force their hand. I'd like to spy on it though and see what it looks like. Now look at that finishing right on schedule. And you can warp in. Do we have anything I can use? No, we don't. Let's go to our main ship and build another probe. Oh yeah, they wouldn't survive. So let's take the entire fleet here and warp it over here, or not. $4,000 to warp that fleet. Ooh, and we blew all our whole load on another battleship. Decisions. It can bite you in the butt. A lot of money over there, though. I would like to come over here and finish this off. It's very, very loosely, poorly defended. We'll have that money, though, soon. In the meantime, you'll be on over here, close to this fleet. Well, they're trying to mobilize, but not effectively. They've killed my probes again. That's why I have a spare. Let's see what they're up to. It's good to know. I want to see what's between me and them. That hive ship is hanging out. Still there. Not trying much. I'm pretty sure if I attack them, I'll force their hand. They'll have to go to their base. $5,000 credits just to get over there. We've got 3,700 it looks like, so we'll be there soon. We've got 3 mining bases now.
Operation reporting enemy contact. We've got enemy contact.
Where? I don't see much. See some probes, you know, getting killed by that hive fleet, but not much after that. Almost got what we need to warp this fleet. Ah, here we go. Now, what I want to do is poke that building to death, which shouldn't be very difficult. Kill the queen, the wraith cease to function, and the queen lives there. It's too bad they don't have a super hive, which I would be very pressed to deal with if they did. I'd be a little concerned that could actually kill me. You remember the super hive, right? It's pretty tough. Took out my cohort's entire fleet.
Target confirmed.
Here we go. Should be more than capable of just making short work of this. It should also cause them to panic and warp their entire fleet in, which will keep it from attacking me while I kill them.
Under attack.
The AI's not very intelligent at base swapping. It'll usually attack. Well, maybe it will. They don't seem to want anything to do with Atlantis,
Target locked.
which can just warp away. And it will. Now, if that's their fleet, they move their hive back. They retreated their hive. So this whole thing is going poof. All their stuff's gone. And then we'll warp to the next AI after this, assuming that the stuff around Atlantis disappears. Let's get back home. Or let's get this way, actually. Atlantis can defend itself. More than capable. AI seems to have given up. It's just, screw it. Not worth it anymore. We tried. We can't beat them. They're too tough. These laser turrets. My anti-fighter turrets are a little on the absurd side. A little. I'm taking a bit of a risk here, but I've got more than enough firepower to deal with them. Go, ships! I like the hyperspace effect. It's nice. Sometimes it doesn't work so well. What have you got? Now this should cause them to recall their fleet as well. AI is pretty typical. Plays very similarly every time. Yeah, you're getting your shit slapped. I suggest not attacking Atlantis. It's a little foolish. Try short distance hyperspace. There it is. That's what we want.
Locked in. Enemy contact. Let's do this.
So look how tough my destroyer is. You know, that's the equivalent of that in terms of cost and power. Not that carrier, the cruiser. They're building lots of carriers, not cruisers. The whole time I'm thinking they're building cruisers. They're not. Building carriers. It's an interesting strategy. I stress interesting. Pretty much boned once I start firing off my drones. Not much they're going to be able to do there. Yeah, here we go. And once this dies, you know the drill. Queen's dead. Hive's dead. And this is a very powerful ship. Nothing scratch that. Aren't they cool? You can even see the little drones if you zoom in on them. They are little tiny drones. Look exactly like them too. Yeah. That hive got destroyed. And I'm victorious. So, I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope I did a good job of making this entertaining for you, and hopefully I can show you what Destiny looks like. It's not really worth the investment. You saw I won very easily without that, and the AI kind of, for the most part, didn't attack me as much as I was hoping. They did some serious attacks, but I could easily defend as Ancients, and now you know why the Ancients are a little broken. They're still being worked on and balanced into the mod, but I did say that I would make the fight, so as always, enjoy your life. Goodbye.